Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key.
Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Tuesday, the 18th of September, 2018. We're about 9:23 a.m. Central Daylight Time. All right, just what you would think happened doesn't happen. Yes, the tariffs from the U.S. go in place. The market drops overnight. You're back 200 points off the low in the Dow. You're up, roughly 25 points in the S&P off the low. You're now back up 110 points in the NASDAQ off the low and about 11 points or so in the Russell. In the meantime, the gold did not get a bid and it falls back, trading against close to its 18-day average of closes. The dollar index, even though it dropped initially, coming right back, and most of the currencies just sort of stuck here trying to figure out what they do next. In the grain market, we're still seeing the beans and the corn under what I'm going to call lows that will have pressure going right into harvest. I think this will be the year where we look back and we say harvest lows once the harvest is really underway. Until then, very little to get the market going. Certainly not going to get Chinese business out of the tariffs we put on yesterday and their retaliatory moves today. Bonds and notes still under the selling pressure as the market gets ready for next week's FOMC meeting. And in the energies, each day that we're getting closer now to the point of where the Iranian sanctions kick in, the energies keep coming up. The Saudis are sort of saying, hey, they're comfortable with their Brent near $80 a barrel, so they're not giving an indication that that's too high. I do think that's the upper end of the range temporarily, but we'll see what goes on from there. Now in the news. The NAHB U.S. September Housing Index came out at 67. The expectation was for a 66, and the prior month was 67. Nothing there one way or the other. The Chinese Commerce Ministry today said that it has absolutely no choice but to take synchronous retaliation to defend its interest in terms of the new tariffs President Trump put in place yesterday on some $200 billion of Chinese exports. And they said that their tariffs will start on September 24th on $60 billion in U.S. goods. Over 5,200 items will be impacted. The tariffs will range from 5 to 10%. At the same time, the Wall Street Journal is saying that an unnamed Chinese government official saying that the Chinese are still considering sending a lower-level ministry person to the U.S. to begin the negotiation talk. And why not? Everybody throwing these darts at each other. Somewhere along the line, people are going to talk. The Red Book retail sales up 0.3% the first 2 weeks of September. I would expect that to slip a little bit now that the kids are going to school. Retail sales were up 5.9% the first week of September 18 versus September 17, and up 5.4% for the week September 15th versus a year ago week. So pretty interesting as to how those numbers are carrying. But as I said, it's a question of the U.S. putting tariffs on $200 billion worth of goods. They start at 10%. They'll escalate to 25% in January. If the Chinese were to retaliate and go against certain industries or farm interests, according to President Trump, he would put on another $267 billion in tariffs. And I don't know where this all ends up one way or the other. But as I've said before, it'll get to a point where everybody's got to have a face-saving measure. We'll see what that does turn out to be or doesn't turn out to be. The good news is the market has gotten used to it. You can only do these things over and over so much. Yes, down the road you have to be considered, is it going to impact down the road growth for the U.S., growth for China, but that remains to be seen. I'm going to write my gold report. I'm going to start writing it today. It should either be ready today or tomorrow. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can for you. The gold has been going sideways. What does it mean? What are the breakout points, upside and downside? Where might this market be headed into year end? I'm going to try to give you as much as I can there on the weekly charts, the daily charts, the seasonals. I'll put it all together and try to give you something that I think makes a bit of sense. And the charts will look something like these that you're seeing, but I will give you a good explanation with it and give you my take on what this market means. So you're going to get commentary, chart analysis, some price counts, the seasonal charts, all thrown in. How do you get a free copy of it? Call my staff at 866-973-2077. You can go to our website at www.iraepstein.com, and you can click up here. That'll take you there, sign up, and as soon as I write it, it'll get into your mailbox. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great trading day, and I'll talk to you this afternoon in our end of the day videos.